change the dynamics a little bit?
Not too bad, but it'll change come Wednesday when classes start, of course. So we got to get prepared for all that. I think this is a good time for classes to start. You don't want it on your game week, you know. You don't want it too early in camp, so we'll always go through a couple of days of issues there. But other than that, you know, I think they're just ready to get ready to play somebody.
Coach, y'all put in some music. Was that your personal iPod that
No,
they were piping in?
No, I don't have that song, nor do I know what it is or who sang it.
I guess the team came to
Call
you.
that singing.
We just call it noise.
Yeah.
No, I guess the team came to you and asked for like a little rejuvenation or something, so you went ahead and gave it to them?
They did. They came to me about 10 practices ago and requested music. So,
Byron Moore working.
I just said music doesn't energize you. You get music when you're energized. It's simple, right? It's just like, you know, why did we cancel practice in Millie? We didn't cancel practice because they needed it. We canceled practice because they earned it. It's kind of how music is.
Byron Moore.
It's a privilege. All right.
Sorry.
Byron Moore.
Yeah, looks like he's up with the ones now. Is that permanent moving forward, or has he won that spot?
We haven't released any depth charts, and we've been moving guys all camp. So I'm not sure. We've done that with a bunch of guys.
Well, what has he done well then?
He's done great. He's been productive in both scrimmages. He's had a great attitude, made some interceptions, tackling very well. So he's doing all the things that we thought he could do in this time.
I'm not just the secondary, man. Not that there's too close to the depth chart, but does it still look like he's got a bunch of guys? It's going to be a tough decision.
Well, I don't think a lot of these positions will get settled until deep into the season, especially D-line and secondary, because we don't really know who's going to be productive on game day. All we can do is suspect, and we're trying to set, you know, we'll set a start lineup based on what we suspect, but ultimately they got to go out there and prove it. And if they do, they'll get settled in, and if they don't, we'll put the other guys.
Derek, how much is Q Watson still in the mix for
Doing
your
good.
return
Q's
position?
doing real well. You know, he's a little light, and this is all new to him. Probably would have helped him had he been here in the first session, gotten another 5 weeks of training. But he's got good skill sets. He's fast and elusive, instinctive, and he's made big plays in both scrimmages.
Is he a guy you want to make sure you keep with the football outside the tackles, kind of like how Florida did Demps a little bit, keep them away from, you know, the contact inside the tackles?
Well, it's hard to do that in this game, but I'd rather him be able to do everything. But yeah, he's not a big guy, if that's what you mean. 3rd and 1, we're probably not going to run the ISO to keep that. Right. I think that's a fair assessment. But it's hard to avoid contact in this game.
Today.
Do I appear edgy right now? Is that
Nah.
getting a look from you guys? I'm really not. This is just how many times have I, you know, how long have we talked about this stuff? We're ready to talk about the next opponent. You guys are too. I get it. You got your job to do. I'm not down on it.
What was Herman looking like today? Did I notice that?
He's not 100%, but he's back, but he's not 100%. It's a little nagging injury that hopefully the time off will help.
I know nothing's written in stone yet, but has Rajon Neal done everything he needed to do this camp to put himself in position to be that #1 tailback?
Well, we'll release the depth chart. When are we releasing it? A lot of depth chart questions today. It's interesting. I'm not sure how many I can dance around before y'all figure out. I'm not telling you who our starters are. Rajon's had a great camp. I'm proud of him. He's been very consistent. He's been more consistent than he's ever been. He's improved on the things he needed to improve on, and he's going to be a real critical. He's going to have a real critical role for us.
Thanks, guys.
All right.